Guys, this is going to drive me nuts. It's all right. You know what? We're going to continue on. Apparently, Marky Mark does not like me or has done something to be able to keep me from going live here. It's okay, guys. You know what? We're going to continue on. The show must go on. Today is Transformation Tuesday, and you get part 4. You get part 2 of the 4-part series. And again, we started this yesterday, right, where we're going to be talking about the pragmatic prospecting process. It's very simplistic, but again, please do not overlook its simplicity or its profoundness for its simplicity. Guys, there's so much here. Yesterday was kind of short. Today might be a little bit long, so just bear with me, guys. We're going to plow right through it because I really do, guys. My goal is to help you be more, do more, and have more in 2024. And as Mr. Ziegler so perfectly said, you can't give that which you do not have, and we're going to arm you. We're going to equip you to be able to be the best possible version of yourself, because somebody somewhere is waiting for you to become that, so that it's going to help them to do the same. Hey guys, this is your playground guy, Johnny Juan Ortiz, with the Fun Life community. It's all powered by this guy right here, right? Mr. Zig Ziglar and his philosophy of you can have everything in life you want if you'll simply help enough other people get what you want. If you guys are following us on social media, thank you so much. Like, share, and comment. If you see us on YouTube, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll see when we get to go live. We've been going live now every day since October. Most of these are already uploaded. If you have your email, it goes directly to your email. And if you're on Spotify, you can find us in the Fun Life, one word, the Fun Life community. So you can go back and replay and catch the audio as you're driving, as Mr. Ziegler says, the Automobile University. So guys, thank you guys so much for being with us here today. And I want to make sure that you guys get the most value for your dollar. Right? We're not charging you for it. But today, guys, today we get to talk about the 3 phases. The 3 phases of the pragmatic prospecting process. And so you guys are going to get to be able to find that out, right? Yesterday, we simply talked about the 4-step processes, right? And the 4-step processes was simply to get them to like you, because if they like you, they'll listen to you, right? If they listen to you, they'll believe you. If they believe you, they will trust you, ultimately buying from you. So that was the 4-step process. If you didn't catch that on yesterday's video, go back and watch that. That's that's the foundational, or I call it the fundational program. The foundational steps to be able to get to this pragmatic prospecting process. And so today we're going to simply be talking about the 3 phases. And guys, the 3 phases, right? If we really think about it, and we just had Bob Berg on here from the Go Giver. He said, all things being equal, right? If everything is the same, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And that's what we're talking about here today for you guys. So the very first phase that you guys are going to have to be able to come to grips with is you've got to be able to make a friend. Guys, you've got to. I know in today's society, it's probably one of the most difficult things and most difficult challenges, right? The whole stranger danger, right? The thing we've been, conditioned to not, but a stranger is just a friend you haven't met yet. So go out and make a friend. Why is this so important? Because it's the foundation of any good business relationship. It's a personal connection, right? Real estate agents, especially, or small business owners, should aim to establish a friendly rapport with each client, making them feel valued and understood. Let them know that they're just not another sale. They're not just another number. They're not just another transaction. They're just not another commission waiting to be earned. Guys, you've got to go above that. You've got to go above and beyond that part of it right there, right? And so when you're able to write this, that's the first one, right? Then you've got to be able to find a need, and we're going to break these down even more, but we're just kind of doing a quick little overview. So you find that need, and so you're going to have to identify the client's specific needs, and it makes it possible to offer them a custom tailored solution to their problem. Are you starting to see how this all works together, right? And so this could involve recognizing the type of property that they're searching for, understanding their budget constraints. Everybody has a budget. or their timeline for moving. And so there's a lot of things. This is where we call it the where you're diagnosing, right? Probably one of the biggest things that I've seen in the medical field, right? And where they get those lawsuits and everything is they start to give you a prescription before properly diagnosing you. And in sales, guys, that is so key. Quit trying to prescribe them something before properly diagnosing them, right? They call that malpractice. And for those of you in sales, let me just go ahead and clarify this. If you're in real estate, you're in sales. And Mr. Ziegler always said that once you get the proper mindset of what a salesperson is, all of a sudden your belief changes, right? Because selling is not something you do to someone, it's something you do for someone. We'll have to break that down in another video, but it's the most noble, most noble profession you could get into. And then the third phase is that you're going to want to transfer a feeling, right? Emotion plays a huge role in purchasing decisions, right? We are emotional creatures by nature, especially in real estate, guys. So you real estate agents should strive to create a positive emotional experience by associating feelings of happiness, of satisfaction and security with the buying process. And this emotional connection could make the difference in the entire, process for you, because it is a competitive market. So you guys are going to have to really step out there and go above and beyond. And so to kind of further refine this, right, it's the three phases, right? Make a friend, find a need, transfer a feeling. You can use what I call the mindset, the motivation, and the methodology process that's going to help you to get clear and get an applicable strategy to engage more effectively with your clients and enhance their ability to gain and retain more clients, guys. That's what I want for you guys. And so here's how each phase can be approached, right? So the first one, make a friend, right? The mindset is you have to adopt a mindset that views every client interaction as an opportunity to build a lasting relationship. It's not just a transaction. So agents, you real estate agents should approach these clients with openness, right? Aiming to connect on a personal level. And so the motivation behind that is simply this, right? The primary motivating factor here is to create trust and rapport, right? If you go back to the 4-step process, right? Like, listen, believe, trust. You have to spend enough time, you have to invest enough time in building that rapport. And so when clients feel that they are seen as individuals rather than just a potential sale or a commission earned, they're more likely to engage openly and, more importantly, authentically, guys. Hey, listen, we're probably about halfway through this thing. I want to go ahead and take time right now, give you guys a shout out. Appreciate you guys watching us live. For those of you watching us on the replay, appreciate you guys. Thank you for liking and sharing these posts. And again, for those of you that are new to the Fun Life community, this is all kind of powered by the whole Zig Ziglar Legacy Certification Program. And we typically start with the Choose to Win program. I call it the foundational program from Tom Ziegler, which really helps us to be more, do more, and have more. And really kind of what that is, I'll go ahead and share this with you right here, it is simply, whoops, I went the wrong way. Let me flip that out. Here we go. So what it is, if you can, let me make that a little bit bigger so you guys can see this right here. So what this is just simply showing you guys the 7 key habits that Choose to Win talks about, right? That's the back wheel. That's my little bicycle that I have right there. One of my agents that I'm coaching gave that to me as a gift. And so this is just the vehicle that we use to get you from where you are to where you want to get to. And we talk about the 7 key areas. I added an 8th, right? Mental, spiritual, physical, family, financial, personal, career, right? And we added community because of the nonprofits that I'm involved in, right? And I'll have to come back and explain to you kind of how all this works, right? Because Mr. Ziegler said that there was 8, really 9 things. We added a 9th here in a little bit, where we want to be happy. This is the primary motivating factors that people want anything. They want to be happy, healthy, reasonably prosperous up there. Some of the agents I coach want to be unreasonably processed. And that's okay. My kind of people, right? They want to feel secure. They want to have friends, right? We have good family relationships. They want to have peace, right? Peace of mind. I think it's the peace of God, right? Look and see what those wheels are centered around, right? Think about that. They want to have hope, right? Hope that the future is going to be better than today. And then they want to love and be loved. Guys, we were created for belonging, and that's why we do what we do. So I appreciate you guys, liking and sharing this. I thank you guys, and for those of you who always are asking about kind of the backstage, what I do and everything. And really, this is it right here. Let me see if I can kind of make that a little bit bigger. That's me. You can kind of see my camera, my ring lights, everything that I have going on. So that's pretty funny. Let me see if I can give you a better shot. Well, we'll figure this thing out. We'll figure this thing out, guys. So anyway, that's kind of in a nutshell, kind of what we do, right? And so let's get back to the training, right? Because we were talking about the methodology behind making a friend, or that's where we stopped at. And so agents make friends by taking interest in the client's personal story, finding common interest, and showing empathy. Empathy, guys, is huge. Social media and community involvement also offer excellent platforms for making connections in a more relaxed and genuine way, guys. And so regular check-ins and updates, even when not related to business, helps to solidify the relationship, guys. And that's what we keep talking about. All right. The last one, or the next two, we're going to kind of run through these pretty quickly. We try to keep these to about 10, 15 minutes. I'm already over the 10-minute mark, so we're going to try to kind of land this plane here really quick. So the mindset behind finding a need. And so this mindset requires in the phase is one of the service and support, right? We just had Bob Berg on here, and we talked about the law of compensation. And so your compensation is going to be in direct proportion to your ability to serve. And so agents should focus on truly understanding what the client needs, which might not always be what they initially say that they want. You have to be listening. That, again, they go back to the 4 steps, right? 2 ears, 1 mouth, guys. And so you have to understand that they don't always mean what they say. You kind of have to ask for the question behind the question. And so this motivation, so this phase is driven by the desire to provide the best possible outcome for the client. And this involves being able to, let me see here. This involves being able to really kind of listen to the client. So it's being highly attentive to the details about the client's lifestyle, their preferences, and their future goals. And how do you do this? It's through conducting a proper and thorough needs analysis, asking questions, right? We just had Bob Tiede on here about leading with questions. Guys, if you invest a better portion, more time in asking the right questions, you're not only going to get better information, your quality of conversation is going to climb through the roof. And so, guys, everything that we do is to be able to help you be able to have those practical requirements, but also to help their hopes and their fears regarding the process. We're trying to put them at ease. It's their first time buying a property. Even if it's not their first time, it's been a while since they last purchased, and so many things have changed. And so you have to be able to be the professional and walk them through these phases. And so this information then guides the agent, you, in tailoring their offering and their advice. You guys, you've got to be able to have it in you, conviction and confidence, to be able to tell them, hey, this is what, based on what you told me, based on what you've shared with me, this is what we should do. And confidently, don't sit there and just don't think about the commission. Guys, put the people first. The commissions will come. I promise you. I promise you. All right, the last one, we're going to wrap this thing up and shut this thing down. Transfer a feeling, guys. We are emotional creatures by nature. And so the mindset behind this is this. It's about influence and emotional engagement. So agents, guys, real estate agents need to think beyond the features of the property to the emotional benefits of the lifestyle it enables. I've said it once, I've said it before. Stop walking into the kitchen and saying, this is the kitchen. Duh. They know it's a kitchen. Talk to them about who's the cook in the family. What's the first meal that they're going to cook in their new home? They start to take mental ownership. They start to see themselves in the picture. You have to paint the picture. These people, I don't mean this in a negative or a bad way. These people lack vision. They lack imagination, guys. This is where you come in. This is why you couldn't go work for somebody else. This is why you're in real estate. I feel you. I'm picking up what I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. So anyway, guys, you're gonna have to do that. And so when you transfer a feeling, that's what happens, guys. Mr. Ziegler said a sale happens when there's a transfer of feeling, when there's a transfer of emotion. And so you've got to get them as excited about the property as you are about helping them get into their next home. What's the motivation behind this? Great question. Thank you for asking. So the motivation is to connect the client emotionally to a property or a decision, making it feel like a fulfillment of their dreams and their aspirations. So this emotional connection, right, when you start to put these together, often becomes the decisive factor in making the purchase. All right. So let's wrap this thing up. All right, for real this time. I feel like a preacher. The musicians will come. So guys, use storytelling. Use storytelling to bring the property to life. Find out some history behind the property, highlighting aspects that align with the emotional needs and desires of your client. Virtual or physical tours should be staged or narrated in a way that the client can imagine living their ideal life in that specific home. Customer testimonials, creating scenarios involving the client's interest, emphasizing community features, are effective in transferring positive feelings, guys. Implementing these strategies within the framework of the mindset, motivation, the methodology not only streamlines this process of engaging with clients, but it also enhances the quality and effectiveness of those engagements. It's kind of a holistic approach, ensuring that you guys, the real estate agents, are not just selling properties, but are genuinely enriching the lives of the clients that you serve, thereby fostering community and building lasting relationships. Guys, everything starts with the conversation. This is what I call my C's presentation. Now, I won't have time to break it down here, but you start a conversation. That conversation is going to allow you to communicate. Once you communicate, you're going to properly be able to connect. Once you connect with this client, you're going to be able to uncover a need. This is one of the phases. Once you uncover that need, you're going to be able to convert, right? Provide a solution, be able to convert this client into your community, right? And once that client is in your community, guys, that community is now your commodity. That's monetizable, right? That's monetizable. You know how many insurance offices sell their client list? You know how many financial advisors sell their client list, right? You got hairstylists with the client list. You got massage therapists with the client list. Everybody has a client list, right? And the money is in the list, right? You can do more money, more referrals, more, right? I mean, seriously. Okay, one more thing. Can I have one more thing? Just one more, please. One more, really fast. How many? If you're not new in real estate, I want you to ask somebody in real estate, how many people have sold a home to somebody else, to someone that they initially purchased the first property? How many have sold multiple homes to the same family? Go ahead and ask them. I'll wait. All right. Then ask them how many of those have referred another client to them. You picking up what I'm putting down? And then you start to build that community, guys. That's where the magic happens. Again, I've said this before. I don't believe in magic, but there is magic in believing. And I want you to believe it for yourself. I want you to believe that it's possible for you. Guys, you're going to be able to be more, do more, and have more in 2024. And not just to have, but to give, right? You can't give that which you don't have. Let me bring this back up here, right? Let me go ahead and get this out of the way right here. Guys, this is it. This is the magic. This is where you have fun. This is where you're able to steer your life wherever you want it to go. Where what you focus on the longest becomes the strongest. I love what Billy Cox was talking about at the business growth conference, the Next Level Business Growth Conference. That's why we do what we do, guys. Okay, all right. I promise I went way over my 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much. Tomorrow, join us as we break down the 2 outcomes that we go for. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, it's right out of the 7 habits of highly effective people. The 4th habit, think, win, win. All righty, guys, have a phenomenal rest of your Transformation Tuesday. Adios.